What is up, my good friends? It is your old pal Closet Gamer. We're back again for some more Age of Engineering. That is right. I've done a little bit more to my house. I have sort of done some more of the marble stuff, and I've put in these nice black stained glass windows from Chisel. They look pretty good, I think. I've gone with kind of more marble. I'm not quite sure if I like it or not. To me, it kind of looks a little bit plain. I might have to put some sort of, maybe change these to black columns. That might give it a little bit more, break up the structure a little bit, give it a bit more definition. Obviously I still need to do the roof. It's work in progress at the moment. Hopefully get it finished off over the next couple of days anyway. Sort of in between episodes I've been working on it, and you probably saw me doing it whilst I did my 100 sub thank you video. So I've been doing a little bit more on it, and it's getting there. It's getting there. What I want to do though is maybe have like a little bit more of a factory style floor underground, maybe, for all of my immersive engineering machines. So the idea is these machines don't really kind of suit like a marble kind of environment, if you like, if you know what I mean. It's more like a stone bricks kind of environment that these guys suit. So what I was thinking of doing is maybe do a couple of underground little spaces for these guys to live in, along with arc furnace and some of the presses and things like that. So the more of the immersive engineering machines, I think they kind of fit well into that environment, not this kind of environment. This environment's good for like stuff like Pride and Logistics, and these drawers work quite well in here. It looks okay, but that's more about aesthetics than anything else. So anyway, I'm waffling on a little bit. But for today, what I want to concentrate on is what we spoke about last episode, which is getting our chrome production sorted out. So chrome, or chrome dust, is what we're going to be producing. And from what I can gather, the best way to produce it is in an industrial electrolyzer using ruby dust, which produces, so 9 ruby dust produce 1 chrome dust. So it's 9 rubies, or 1 ruby ore gives you 2 ruby dust. So it's like 4 and a bit ore per chrome dust, and then you get some aluminium out of that, and you get some compressed air cells as well. So as well as having the ruby dust go in this thing, what you need is empty cells from Tech Reborn. They're not too bad to make, they're just some tin ingots, and you get 16. So to get the compressed air cells turned back into empty cells, what you can do is you can, if we hit R on there, we can go and use an extractor, and an extractor will turn any full up cell into an empty cell. So we'll probably get these fed into the extractor and then back into the system. So I don't want to be making, losing loads of tin on making hundreds of empty cells and just end up with a bazillion compressed air cells. That would be no good. So the idea today, or the objective today I should say, is to make this industrial electrolyzer. And it's not too bad. It's just some extractors and some advanced circuits. So I've already taught our ME network to make extractors. So I've done a little bit of sort of work off cam to get a lot of these recipes loaded up. I'll go downstairs a minute and show you what we've got in our crafting area. So I've got these extractors loaded in, and I've got all of the bits and pieces that go towards making these extractors. So if we just look, if we make these 3 now, actually, we can see I've loaded in the wood recipe, which is fairly simple. This was put in there ages ago for the electronic circuits. I put the 3 taps in there as well, and also basic machine casings. 3 of those guys. So I think we can do that. That's not too bad. The only other thing that we're missing is refined iron, and you get refined iron from an electric solidifier, and the electric solidifier is fed by the electric crucible, which we made a couple of episodes ago, which triggered age 9. So this guy is a Neotech machine, and it accepts RF, so we can put it here. I've sort of piped in some more energy conduits along here, so that can go there, and that should take steel and turn it into liquid steel, I think, and then you put it in the electric solidifier, and then that turns it into refined iron. So that's okay. So why don't we grab some steel and get this process going. So we've got tons of steel, Jesus Christ. Let's put that in there. So this machine is very, very slow. Very, very slow indeed. See, it is moving. But what we can do is we can enhance its speed using upgrades. So a processing increases speed. And we can also make it output using a network card. So first of all, let's make this electric solidifier. So that is just some silver, stabilized ender pearl, and a machine frame. So machine frame I can get from this guy over here. So make me a machine frame. Thank you very much. Rapid. And then for our stabilized ender pearl, let's have a look and see if we've got any of those. No, we've not got any of those. But what about electric diamonds? Yes, we've got quite a few of those. So let's chuck those back in there, and let's grab one of these, and let's grab one of those, and then we can go back into our calculator. There you are. Now, which mode are you in? I bet you're in storage mode, aren't you? Let's go to dynamic crafting mode, and then let's put that one in there, and then that one in there, and then that one in there. That will give us that, and then we just need some more ender pearls. Nice. And then we'll craft those up. Let's get rid of that. Ah, shit. So that, and that gives us that. I need to automate the atomic calculator actually at some point. That'd probably be a good thing to do at some stage. So, can I make this now? Yes, electric solidifier. So I went and got some snow earlier from the mountain top that you can probably just see in the distance over there. It's kind of quite lucky that we're right near a mountain actually. What am I doing over there? I want to be over there. Right, okay, so electric solidifier can go there. And then that will pull in the molten steel from the electric crucible if I give the electric crucible a network card. So let's have a look at the old network card, shall we? So it is this one, the Neotech one. And all that is a single core processor and an ender pearl, so we can make one of those no problem. And in fact, what I need to do is make quite a few of those. I probably need about 16 because I'm going to put speed upgrades in both of those guys. Let's get this one first of all, like so. And then we can go and put that in here. And it should go in the upgrade slot there. And then it brings up this little doodah. You just spin it around and then you say that is the output. So that should go out, that should come into here. And then once that receives enough, that will start making blocks of refined iron. So that's pretty good. So let's have a look at these upgrade cards, these processors. So it's these guys here, these single core processors. Let me dump some of this stuff back in there for the moment. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that guy. Let's get rid of this, and this. Don't need none of that. Let's get rid of some of that and that. And I think that should be enough. Right, so I need 16, and they don't stack, which is a bit of a pain. So let's make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay. And then dual core, we need to make 4 of these guys. So let's get 1. These don't stack. That makes it a bit of a pain. So we've got to do this 8 times. And then these quad cores 4 times. And then the octa-core twice. Nice. Okay, so now watch this. This goes really fast. Actually, let me have a quick sleep first before we do that. Otherwise, we're going to be in darkness. There we go. Right, okay, so nice and light now. And so let's put these in there. Then watch this. Boom! And then if we put that in there, like there. Oh, shit. Where'd that go? Put that one in. Let's not do the same mistake again. Let's put that in there like that. Then that makes these blocks of refined iron. What's going on with the texture in this? And then these blocks of refined iron, we should just be able to... Hopefully this works. Hopefully we can just go like this. Yes, nice. Lots and lots of refined iron. Okay, perfect. So let's grab, I don't know, let's grab another stack of steel and put that in there and see how quickly it whizzes through that steel. There we go. Sweet, that's doing it really, really fast. Nice, nice, nice. Right, I'm not quite sure how much refined iron I'm going to need, but one of the lessons I've learned pretty quickly actually from this is that you can never have enough, and if you think you're going to make 10, then just make 100 because it will save you time later on. So that's doing that. That now gives us, that now unlocks our industrial electrolyzer. So let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of this from the old JEI. And let's come into here. Now we've got these three that have just been made. We've got the refined iron and we've got the advanced circuits, hopefully already in the system. So let's see if we can now make this. No, did I not make the extractors? I thought I made the extractors, but it turns out I didn't. So let's make those. Go. Perfect. Right, 3 of those in stock, so that should be okay then. Right, industrial electrolyzer, nice. Now this is a, if we look at the tooltip, is a medium tier machine, which I mean, think in terms of industrial craft, it's a tier 2. So what I've done downstairs is, if we go down here, I've hooked up, basically running underneath the floor, coming from over here from our MFSU. I've got some cable going along there, and it's running along the floor. There's another transformer, a HV transformer on there. I've got an MV one there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this guy just there, and hopefully it won't blow up. Hopefully you won't blow up. I need some cable first though. Let's get some cable. Let's grab one of these. And do I want to get some more things while I'm here? I've got an import bus and an export bus. Let's get some ruby dust as well, and I'll show you what I've been doing with my ruby dust. And also what I've done is I've taught it how to make empty cells as well. So let's craft up, I don't know, let's say 64 empty cells. Yeah, because they're made in batches of 16, aren't they? So make those for me, please. Let's go here and type in cell. Nice, they're done already. Right, back downstairs. Let's go and put these empty cells in there like that. Let's put this ruby dust in there like that. The power needs to come across here. Please don't blow up. Please don't blow up. Good, didn't blow up. So that is already processing that. That will start making us chrome and some compressed air cells. Now, what I want to do is I want to get an export bus and an import bus and some more of this cable. And I want to say on the export, I want ruby dust. Let's grab one of those. Put the rest back in there. Right, that can go in there. So that should start feeding this ruby dust. If I connect it properly, that is. So that should start filling that up with ruby dust. It's getting the ruby dust, but it's getting it very, very slowly, it seems. But I can get some speed upgrades in there, maybe. Right, okay, let's get this import bus, because that's going to import the chrome and the aluminium, but what we haven't got on there, we haven't got enough space, so we need to get a capacity card upgrade. So let's get this guy set up. Card. I've got a fuzzy card, advanced card. I need a capacity card. So I need this one. So can I make this basic card? How many of these can I make? I can't make any. Have I got any basic cards? Basic cards? Let's grab a few of those. And then capacity card. I'll probably need one for the top and one from the bottom. Yes, that's right. So if we go back down to the basement now, we should be able to say capacity card goes in there. And then what you're going to be doing is you're going to be... Seems to be extracting everything. Do we want it to extract everything? I think we kind of do, don't we? We want everything to come out. Yes, and the only thing that we want to go in there is... Actually, let's grab this capacity card from there. Let's put it in there. It's still working, it's still extracting it. That's pretty good. So, input into there, we want empty cells. So let's grab one of those. And then that will start piping those back into the system. So import empty cells and ruby dust, export everything from there. So now all I need to do is process the empty cells, or sorry, the compressed air cells into empty cells using our extractor. So extractor, what I need to do is maybe put a recipe into there. So let's go like this. Let's say what I want is a pattern, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you compressed cells. You're going to give me empty cells in the crafting pattern like this, in the processing pattern like that, and then that should be okay. If I put that on the extractor there, what I can do is say take these faulty compressed cells and turn them into not compressed cells. Actually, it might just be easier just to use an import bus for that, an import bus and an export bus. Not quite sure. Let me have a quick think. Right, so I think I figured it out. If you put a pull-in upgrade on here and then you load compressed air cells, it doesn't have to be 3, it could just be 1 into there. It allows you to basically pull these from the ME network into here. So you can make as many of these as you have patterns for. So what it's going to do, it's always going to pull in compressed air cells, I believe, and then it's going to export them back out, and that's going to make sure that this is always kept topped up with empty cells. I think it looks like it's working anyway. Are you working? Yes, you're working. So that I think is a pretty. I think it's doing a good job. It's doing a good job. Yeah, it's doing a good job. It's making that anyway. Right now, so that's giving us lots of chrome dust, I think. Now, if we go upstairs and we look at our system, we should start seeing that we're getting chrome dust coming in. Very, very nice. But not so good in its current form because it's not much use to anyone. Now, in order to smelt this into chrome ingots, what we need to do is we can do it in a number of ways. We can do it. Actually, let's get this one. Chrome dust. We can either do it in a blast furnace, which is 221 seconds, which is a bloody long time. It's almost 4 minutes to do that, and you've got to balance the heat quite well. Or you could just do it in an arc furnace, and that's 100 ticks, which is like a few seconds, like 10 seconds, isn't it? So the next objective, I think, is to make this arc furnace. An arc furnace is they're fairly large, fairly complex machines. So they use these things called graphite electrodes. They're made in either an engineer's workbench using hop graphite, or you can use a press. And you get 4 of the same. What you can do with these is you can enchant them so that they you can give them unbreaking 3, and that makes them last for a very, very long time. But in order to get hot graphite ingots, what you need to do is you need to get hot graphite dust. Hot graphite dust you need to get from an industrial squeezer, which is made from coke dust. Coke dust is from a crusher, and it's coal coke in a crusher. So we need a crusher, a squeezer, and also our arc furnace. Now, in terms of squeezers, we've got a squeezer. We've got one over here, an industrial squeezer. I'm not sure if I should just make another one and leave this one as it is. I need to make another diesel generator at some point because this one, I think... Oh no, it's not too bad actually. It's okay. But I've got my void miners switched off anyway for the moment. Let's just have a look. Let's get these switched back on in the old basement. Let's go through here. Let's switch this back on so that stuff gets all dumped out of there. Now our void miners should all switch back on there. Yeah, so we're running at a little bit of a negative when it comes to RF. Maybe a little bit of a negative, I think. With all our machines running, I think we're running at about negative 500. So I've been switching off my void miners sort of when I'm recording anyway, because for some reason these Industrial Craft 2 machines really lag. Well, they lag my frame rate anyway, so I've just been switching this off, letting that build up and then dumping it all in there. And these machines are just sort of processing it. So what I need to do is I need to get some more immersive engineering machines. So what I'm going to do right now actually is I'm going to load the recipes for all of the bits and pieces that I need for my arc furnace, and my crusher and my smelter, and then I'll be back once I've got those recipes loaded in. Actually, before I do that, let me just show you what I've made down here. So I've got another couple of molecular assemblers and another couple of ME interfaces on here. I need to get a coprocessor actually. Let's quickly have a look at coprocessor and get that fitted into our ME network. Coprocessor, crafting coprocessing unit, this one. So it's just crafting unit and an engineering processor. So maybe I can make that. Can I make that? Maybe I can make this. I can make that, and then I can make this coprocessing unit. So this allows you to basically, instead of just doing one thing at a time, crafting one thing at a time, you can craft 2 things at a time. So maybe if I just get a couple of these, that would maybe hold us for a little while. So I'm not quite sure how this needs to be configured, but I think it needs to be in a cuboid shape. So that won't work, but that will. That's right. Okay, cool. So coprocessors allow you to access more than one ME interface at the same time. So if I was to say, if I was to come back upstairs and say to my crafting thing, what I want you to do is I want you to make me, I don't know, maybe some of these. Actually, let's choose something that actually takes a little bit of time. Let's say I want you to make some pure flux crystals, 10 of those, and I also want you to make an empowered redstone crystal block, and I want you to make one of those. Now that won't work at the moment because I haven't got enough bytes left in my storage system. So actually, let's have a look at crafting storage. Let's upgrade this just a little bit. Why don't we go for another couple of these guys, these 4K storage systems. So I'm going to need 4 of these, which is another few of these. Jesus Christ. Why don't we teach our system to make those first of all? Let's go like this. Let's say to it, I want you to be able to make these guys in crafting recipe like that. So that's that bit. So let's put that in here, and let's make 3 of those. So there's those 3 there, and then we should be able to go over to here now and say, what I want you to do, my friend, is make me one of those. Nice. So that's that one. That's going to make those. So now if we come back into here and we put that in to there, then we should be able to grab this, grab one of these, and teach it how to make those as well. Like that. So we should just be able to come in here now and just go 1, 2, 3, 4 of those, make me those, and it's got all the recipes it needs. Bish bash bosh. So that should make this fire up. What's it doing? It's crafting those. That should mean that these machines are all firing up. This is going. I think that's already done that bit. It's crafting these logic processors. Now I think I've got this set up a little bit wrong actually. Let's have a look at our filters over here. Maybe get some filters to get on here. Let's grab one of these and let's have this set like this, and then whitelist that one, and then that one, and then the other one once we get round to it. And they're going to be insert on green. Then if we come back and we put those back in there like that, that should start working now. Is that going to work? So it's got that bit in there. Now what about the silicon? So the silicon needs to come in the bottom. So if we look underneath here, no, that's not the right. Insert on green, silicon, yes. Why are you not working then? Now it is working. Yes. Wonderful. Okay, I don't know what was going wrong there. I think I just didn't have it set up properly. Well, I should have done. That can go back there like that. So that should start making those now. Nice, nice, nice. Wonderful. Okay, good. Right, now we should be okay. Now we should be okay to receive these guys. It should be making those now. 4K crafting storage. Got 3 so far. And the 4th one should be on its way. We'll just take that one. Fine. Okay, right, good. Now, if we come back down to our basement, we should just be able to pop these on the top here. And make this. We go here, 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 and then here. That should all work now. Excellent. Okay, so that should give us a bit more of an overhead when it comes to our ability to craft more than one thing at a time. Okay, so let's have a look at what we need for this arc furnace, shall we? Let's look at the engineer's manual here. And let's go heavy machinery, crusher, first of all. So we're going to need 10 steel scaffolding, 1 redstone engineering block, 10 light engineering blocks, 8 steel furnaces, 9 hoppers. Okay, we can do that. And then for the arc furnace, it's a lot more. It's like a cauldron, 14 steel sheet metal slabs, steel sheet metal, steel blocks, steel scaffolding. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to load the recipes into my ME system, and then we'll come back for the next episode and we'll get our arc furnace set up. And we'll also get up our industrial squeezer as well, and we'll also set up our crusher as well, and I'll try and figure out exactly where I'm going to set these up. Not quite sure. Maybe leave me a comment, let me know where you think I should set it up. And okay, cool. Right, so I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. I need to get another generator actually. I might do that as well. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. If you have, please leave a like and a comment, and I will see you guys next time.